This one definitely could have been a throwback Thursday post. These came out way back in the late 80s, maybe even the mid 80s. But with that giant open pivot, they definitely warrant a Weird Wednesday post. This is a Gerber Chameleon. I'm not even really sure which version this is. There was Chameleon 1, 2, and 3, and there were some differences in the pivot ring, I think. I'm not really sure. But you've got this giant pivot with a ring and pivot barrel, one-piece ring and pivot barrel on the back side here. And then you've got a ring on the front side that I'm not sure if it's threaded on or if it was just slipped over and then the pivot was flared. These were definitely never designed to be taken apart. The handle halves are glued together around the Blackie Collins bolt lock mechanism. This one is really stiff too. I tried running it through the ultrasonic, hoping it was just kind of gunky from age, but I think it was just assembled a little tight and never really got a chance to break in. But yeah, they marketed this as their safety grip, SAF, capital T. And having your index finger through the pivot like that definitely removes any chance of the knife slipping out of your grip or accidentally slipping up onto the blade edge if you were to be doing some real heavy poking. Like I said, these use a really slimmed down version of the Blackie Collins bolt lock. You can just kind of make out the spring down in there for it, which was one of the earliest bolt lock mechanisms. Very similar to how the Axis lock works. Yeah, these were done not too long after Fiskars acquired Gerber, and you can definitely see that in the handle styling. Very streamlined. A lot of people said that if this was done in an orange FRN, it would look just like half a pair of Fiskars scissors. And they're not really wrong. But it does have really, really nice ergonomics and locks into the hand very comfortably. If you got one that was a little looser or took the time to break one in, I'm sure it'd be a very handy little knife. These, no clip, they came with a nylon pouch. This one's obviously seen better days. Like all the old Gerber stuff, they're more collectible than anything else nowadays. And so these tend to go for, I don't know, like $50 to $100, depending on condition and, whether they have the box or the clamshell. I think most of these were actually sold in the clamshell. They may not have even ever came with a box. Definitely an interesting piece. All that old Gerber Blackie Collins stuff was just very cool stuff. So yeah. That is a look at a old school Gerber Chameleon. I think that might have been the earliest use of a completely open pass-through pivot, and definitely the earliest one that I can think of designed to be used as a finger grip. These were also reissued many years after they were discontinued, I think in the 2000s, as the Gerber Remix. So if you're just looking for the pass-through pivot and not so much of the history, I believe those are still available, or more available than the earlier stuff. So there you go.